Yo, what up guys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about the new update which will come on the 26th, aka tomorrow. And I think the biggest thing with this update is going to be the new character, which is Yeli. And Yeli is going to be a constant, or as E7 players want to call it, a light unit, which I also like. And as you guys know, light units are very hard and rare to get. I believe there's like a 0.25% chance you get a LD unit, and then you have 6 or 7 units in that 0.25%. So getting the unit you want in the standard banner, for example, is very hard. And in the other banner, the actual LD banner, it costs 3,000 gems to do a temple. So it's quite expensive, but nevertheless, her design looks beautiful. I think it's one of the best so far in the game. But we also got the skills already in a YouTube video of Etheria Restart, the official channel right here. We'll go over that in a second, but I also want to talk about some of the extra things they added. Of course, we're going to get a new event. I have no clue what this event is. I'm not going to talk about it. We'll see it when it actually drops tomorrow. These minor issues, nothing that important. They fixed all these are very small fixes. One thing I saw was they upgraded the daily rewards. I believe it was here. Yeah, increased daily quest rewards. No clue how much that's going to entail, but still pretty nice. And then these two. These are actually pretty important because Inferno Niconana, the spike between Inferno and Hell is like crazy. It's the same with Terrormaton, for example, where the jump from Hell 4 to Inferno is like, it's a lot, honestly. And here they say Inferno Niconana nerfs HP minus 10%. And speed minus 10%. And I think the speed especially makes a lot of difference. The only thing I'm wondering is, for example, with your characters, you have, like, let's say 100 or 110 base speed, and then 100 something extra speed. And speed percentage is based on your base speed, right? But does Niconana, does Niconana have base speed? And then the 10% speed reduction, for example, if she has 110 extra speed, is then 11 speed down? Or is it just she has 250 speed, will take 10% away, aka 25 speed? Because that would make a lot of difference, honestly. I do not know that. So if somebody knows that, please let me know in the comments. And then also skill friendly match, additional damage reduction adjusted to 60% from 90%. So you will deal more damage. She has less HP and less speed. So maybe this is overtuned. I do not know, but we're gonna see when it actually drops. If people clear it way too easy or whatever, right? And then they also made some adjustments to Inferno Terrormaton, aka the threshold boss. They nerfed him by 20% HP. Wait, hold up. 20% HP reduction across Terrormaton, reform attacking hand, and reform guarding hand. Oh yeah, okay. I thought I read it wrong, but there's a 20% HP reduction for every single one. So the main boss and both arms all get the 20% HP reduction, which I think is great. But correct me if I'm wrong. I think this does not affect DOT or DOT, because DOT is based on max HP, right? So that doesn't really help DOT. On the other hand, DOT doesn't really need it. It is honestly pretty hard to clear Inferno with DOT, at least for now. But it's way easier than using another character. And if you don't have Lily, you're kind of fucked. Unless you use DOT, in my opinion. I've not seen a single run. There's probably a lot of runs. I haven't looked at YouTube a lot. But I haven't seen a run without Lily. I have seen runs with DOT without Lily, but no runs without DOT without Lily. I haven't seen any, but there probably is some, I don't know. But I think these nerfs are nice to have, because the spike between Inferno and Hell, like I said, pretty crazy. I haven't tried Inferno Doki Doki. I don't know if the spike is as big as Terrormaton, but yeah, Terrormaton is crazy. So let's go over the character trailer now. There is a character trailer. Well, you know, we'll just watch it. Why not? Why not? Oh. I love her design, man. By the way, I do not know any lore. Literally none. Okay, so maybe she's kind of like a sleep unit. Because they didn't die, right? First bow, like a bow user's nice. That's Holden, right? Yeah, that's Holden. At least I know that much, but yeah. Yeah, Holden. I like his voice. But I believe they didn't die, so maybe she has sleep in her kit. Because they got shot and then they were standing still and then they just collapsed. So they, I don't know, maybe died or some kind of sleep. When I see a purple unit, sleep in my head makes sense, but yeah. Also, butterfly. Why is every new unit, like the first starting unit, is always with butterflies? Same with Zila, for example, in HSR. So overall character trailer, pretty nice. But they also dropped, I believe, right here. Yeah, Animus intro Yeli. So here they go over her kit. She looks fucking dope. Okay, SSR, light units. Okay. Okay, she's running momentum and battle wheel. Okay, battle wheel just for the attack percent. I don't think the 8 one is good for her, or at least they would have used it, right? And then momentum. I mean, momentum is kind of like the best attacking set so far for a lot of characters. It did like 36% maximum damage increase is crazy if you have 6 debuffs on the enemy.
Skill 1. Yeli damages a single enemy with the chance to steal 1 buff from the target. Skill 2. Passive.
Okay,
Yeli
okay.
scores a critical hit on the primary target. She follows up with Skill 1 as a pursuit attack. Ultimate.
Okay, so she has follow-up attack. So maybe something like Bramble set would be good on her. Or honestly, Battle Wheel could also be good, I think. You know, Battle Wheel is, I believe, with the follow-up attack, 25%, I believe, 25% chance. And the buff steal could be nice, definitely. I mean, it is nice. I'm just wondering, if there's like a limit to what buffs you can steal, because a lot of the, you know, very hard bosses have insane buffs. I don't think you can steal those. That would be a bit too OP, I think. But a lot of follow-up attacks, which is nice, which is cool.
Skill. Yeli cleanses.
Holy fuck, by the way. 30% crit rate increase and 60% death down. Okay, hold. Let me read it. Under the Eternal Night, Yeli purifies all debuffs from self. All debuffs. Damn. And gains a 2-turn crit, then deals 3... Okay, so only for herself the crit rate boost. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. So the passive is when you hit a crit... Right, let me go back. Yeah, when you hit a crit, that's when you use a follow-up with the basic skill 1. So it's kind of like the same with Holden. Holden also has in his skill 3, if you land a crit, you'll the chance of landing the debuff is twice as high, I believe, or twice as much, and that's just kind of like the same with her passive. That's very cool, and this one is crazy because not only does it cleanse, right? Oh no, that's the passive. Hold up.
Follows up with skill a critical hit.
Yes. When Yeli scores a critical hit on a primary target, yes.
She follows up with skill 1 as a pursuit attack.
Yes, okay.
Ultimate skill. Yeli cleanses all debuffs.
Yeah, okay. Yeli cleanses all debuffs. That's the ultimate skill. Yeah.
From herself and grants crit up for 2 turns.
Crit up by 30%.
Inflicting damage 3 times. Each attack can apply defense down for 2 turns. Yeli's ultimate ability.
Defense down for 2 turns. 60%. She's basically a DPS with supporting capabilities, AoE, good single target damage, cleanse. I mean, she looks fucking crazy good, man. The only thing I'm wondering, or not wondering, but the only thing I'm struggling with is I'm probably not going to be summoning for her. Not only because I do not have the gems to do so, but I already have a lot of DPSs. And yes, she can work as a sub DPS, for example, or even maybe a support. Not more like a sub DPS. She doesn't have AoE crit rate boost, for example. But maybe she can work as a sub DPS. I don't know. But I think the thing that she has over the thing is that her ult is AoE. And AoE content is like a lot in this game. So I think she will also be very good in PvP, for example. But I'm not gonna be summoning for her because I already have Messiah, I have the Ting, I have Romoka. Like I have already so many DPSs that I'm only gonna be summoning for like supports so far. Or the DPS is crazy, right? Like if she comes out and she turns out to be insane, sure, I'm gonna be summoning for her. But so far, not that convinced to summon for her. She's crazy though. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
Turns. Yeli's ultimate ability strategically weakens enemy defenses while boosting her critical potential. After attaining a critical hit, she can chain follow-up attacks that may strip beneficial effects from her targets. This combination.
Okay, so is it that if you land a crit, you follow-up attack with your skill 1? So let's say you hit, because her ult hits 3 times. Let's say you crit all of them. Do you get 3 follow-ups? I don't think so. That would be a bit too OP, I think. But I think if you use, for example, your basic skill and that crits, you get a follow-up. That's what I'm getting so far.
Combination of reliable area damage and powerful single target potential makes her an outstanding damage dealer, suitable for virtually any combat scenario.
Yeah, she looks very good. She looks very, very good. Pretty insane, honestly. It's just that I already have... Guys, I'm gonna show you. I got... You can say lucky or unlucky. I haven't even built my Messiah. I haven't even built his skills. I got 3 Messiahs. So, yeah. I'm fine with him so far. In terms of DPSs for PvP. For PvE, I already have Romoka. I already have Shadow Sanya. So, yeah, I'm good so far. I'm mostly looking forward to another LD unit that has supporting capabilities. Because I do not have Lily. I do not have Heinrich. So, yeah. I'm not going to be summoning for her, probably. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you're excited for her and, you know, the updates. What you think of Etheria Restart as a whole. And also, let me know, by the way, I want to up my game, however you want to call it, on YouTube. I want to buy a new camera or a new mic. So let me know what you think would suit better or what needs improvement more, my mic or my camera. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.